Okay, here's a couple of practical things that you can do. One is at least once a week, prioritize something that is solely for you. Now, this is going to push some buttons or make some of you ladies feel a little bit uncomfortable. That's okay. If it is, it's really important you listen to this. If there is any resistance coming up as I talk through any of these solutions, you have to listen to that. Because that's telling you something. If there's resistance, it's the area you need to focus on. So one thing once a week that you can focus on that's wholly and solely for you, that focuses on your health and well-being. Now, you might have so much in your week that you're thinking, how on earth am I going to fit this in? I guarantee that you can find 10 minutes a week, because you probably are finding 10 minutes a week somewhere to do something, but perhaps it's not just to focus on you. It could be 10 minutes sitting somewhere quietly, not doing anything, just shutting the world away and just being quiet. It could be meditation, but it might not even be. It's just the quiet, just pushing everyone out just for 10 minutes. It could be a yoga class. It could be anything, as long as it's for you and it's focusing on your health and well-being. So that's the first thing. You also have to make sure that you have a business strategy in place, something that allows you to go in the right direction, that points you in the right direction. Okay, so a big picture strategy. But listen, it doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be a 10-page plan. It can be a plan on a page. It could be one A4 page, one page that has your 6-month business strategy in place. And if you're thinking, how on earth am I going to do this? Reach out to us, to myself or Vanessa. We've got the goods for you. We've got a really good structure that's tried and tested, that we've used in both of our separate businesses, and now we're bringing it into B2. Or you might have something already in place that you just haven't used, you haven't been working. But you have to have a big picture plan, a big picture focus. Otherwise, how do you know what you're striving for? How do you know where you're moving towards? Another tip, 3, look for the support of your biz besties. So we like to call them biz besties, business besties. Who are they? Do you have a community of women in business or business owners or people that get it? So it doesn't matter who's in it, as long as they get what it means to run a business, because it's great to have supportive family and friends, and you definitely want to lean on their support, but do they get it? Do they understand the challenges, the ups and downs, all the things that are involved in running a business? So you want to make sure your biz besties, they get that. And you want to make sure that they're playing at a level that's on par with or above where you're at. What I mean by that is, are they successful in business? Are they stuck in startup phase and complaining and negative about the fact that they need to get sales, which is just a no-brainer, obvious? Or have they had the runs on the board and they are able to be constructive for the challenges that you're having? Even if they haven't had the business experience, make sure there's a few people with business experience, but you might still have supportive people. They might be at startup phase, but their attitude, their mindset is towards growth and constructive, resourceful, as opposed to unresourceful. So you want a mix of people that have business success, that have, great mindset strategies. It doesn't mean they're positive all the time. Nobody is positive all the time. That's not a reality. But it's, how are they growing? Are they green and growing or ripe and rotting? Okay, so really important. And 2 other things. So I've given you 5 reasons it's important to step back from your business. And now I'm giving you 5 things that you can do to help you do that. So the 4th one is, make sure you lock away minimum, hear me when I say this, minimum 2 days every 6 months for you to focus on your business strategy, for you to really have a look at, what's my plan on a page or my business strategy, and how am I tracking towards that? Does it need to change? Is it on point? Am I focusing on what's meaningful? Now, ideally, you want to do this every quarter. Again, think about, feel, notice what's coming up for you. If there's hesitation, if there's concern, if there's a pushback, check in with why that is. And maybe you start with every 6 months minimum, but you have to do a quarterly check-in still. Maybe that's a half day each quarter and 2 days every 6 months. Again, this is the starting point. We're going to build from here. And that is for you wholly and solely to focus on big picture for your business. So again, it connects with the business plan, the strategy. And I'm telling you, this is what successful business owners do. I'm not saying that you're not successful, because you have gotten where you have gotten. You've got results in your business. And congratulations and well done on that, because it's not easy. Now you're wanting to up level, you're wanting to grow, and you need the circuit breaker. I talked about that. The circuit breaker here is all the things that I'm sharing with you, and you've got to take time out of your business. Now, the other thing that you have to do, number 5, is you want to make sure that you've got structures and systems in place to help with accountability, prioritizing, keeping you on point, on focus towards that plan on a page or that business strategy, and you're checking in with your progress. You know, if you once every 6 months do a business strategy and never look at it again, how's that going to help you? You're going to be stuck back where you started, in whirlwind, in the day-to-day grind, not knowing why you're doing what you're doing, losing love for your work, for your clients, feeling burnt out, low energy, you know, all of those things, missing opportunity, missing up so much opportunity. So you've got to put the structure and systems in place, and always think, what's the simplest way I can do this? You know, it doesn't have to be complex and really complicated. So structure could be every 6 months, book in your next 12 months. What are the dates? And you can, so with that, you can do things like, we have B2 business retreats where we get a group of women in business together and we guide you through what are the things, the really important things to look at over the next 6 months or the next 3 months. And there's a combination. So whether you do it with us, whether you do it with someone else, whether you do a solo retreat, there's a combination of things you want to include in there. And they are focused around, how am I growing my business? How am I managing my money? Okay, because we want to make the money, we want to grow the business. Then we want to make sure that the business is profitable, and we want to make sure that actually the business is funding the lifestyle that you want. Again, this is what takes you out of that daily grind. Are you living the life you want? Are you doing the things that you want? Are you enjoying the money that you're making? So we want to focus on business growth, making money. We want to focus on how a profitable business and how we're managing our money. And then we also want to focus on prioritizing health. What is your purpose outside of work? What is your purpose outside of work? So really, if you're doing it solo, or if you're looking for somebody to do a retreat with or 2 days out of the business with, then there are 3 key areas you want to make sure, because when you focus on those 3 key areas, that's where you find the sweet spot. We call that in B2, that's your true north. You know, it's about defining what success looks like for you. But again, whether you're using this for inspiration to work with us or to work on your own or with someone else, great. Like, the whole point of this is make sure that you start to step out of your business. Okay, if you don't, you're going to be in a constant cycle of all the things that I've talked about. And it's up to you now to choose, because when you have this knowledge, remember, knowledge is not power, it's what you do with knowledge that is powerful. When you have this knowledge, you can start to do something about it. So reminder, it's actually costing you, it's costing your business more if you don't take time out. I'm very passionate. Ness and I are very passionate about this topic, and we'd love to keep the conversation going, continue the conversation. If there's anything that I've spoken about that you want to reach out and ask a question or share, find us on our socials, Nikki and Ness B2 on Instagram, B2 Business Together on Facebook. Please share with us what you've taken away from this. And if you're seeing this on socials, just pop it in the comments below. So reach out. Also, if you'd like to hear more about our retreats, we're rolling a few dates out in the second half of this year, which is 2021. So depending on when you're watching this video, but we've always got retreats in the works planning, because it is such a critical component for you to break through and really live that life that you're after, create the business that you want. So signing off now, and I'd like to remind you, remember that as women in business, together, we are smarter and stronger. So please reach out and let us know how you're going. Have a great day.